Good evening, Facebook. How are you? State of the market every Monday, coming at you live. I'm in Manhattan. Raja, how are you?
Good, brother. Good, brother. So only my face for today's show, which is okay. Everybody knows how good looking Ali is. We've got Sarwar and Fatima out in the field hustling as always. So state of the market. We want to share with you guys with the economist type analysis. What's the news, whether it's good or bad. We want to bring you, what's happening in the market. So without any further ado, let's start. We got 3 slides for today. It's gonna be nice and sweet. 5 minutes tops. Let's start with the first slide. Humar, whenever you're ready. Perfect. So we'll talk about employment. We haven't talked about employment yet. We've got the data in from the Labor Department, and obviously these are the filings in millions, and the filings are obviously done weekly, right? So when you look at when the pandemic actually hit at the end of March, beginning of April, you can see a close to 7 million filings on weekly basis, right? 6.9. But the great thing is, you see it really coming down drastic. Let me just make it bigger because I can really read. I can really read the dates. But when we get to the last few weeks, you can see it's been hovering around the 800,000 to 900,000 to about as lately as 750,000. Right? So the great news is obviously that's a big difference from the filings on a weekly basis in millions for the unemployment. We've gone from 6.9 down to 6.6, down to mid fives, mid fours, and we've been hovering somewhere in the vicinity of 750 to 900 for last few weeks. We obviously like to see it coming down when people go back to work, right? So the bottom line is the filings are much less than we started. Let's look at the following graph, which is going to be how many people actually are getting and receiving the unemployment insurance. That's again in millions. So again, in May, when we were obviously at peak, it was 24.9. Let's say 25 million folks have actually were receiving the actual unemployment insurance from the state and from the federal. Right now, we are down to about 7.3 million, and you can see consistently it's been just going down, right? I cannot see the numbers well, but I know we've had a decrease, a very recent decrease of about 540,000. So it's been decreasing. Nobody's saying, look, 7.3 million, unemployment insurance being received, weekly. It's a little. It's still a lot. There's still a lot of people out of job, right? Still a lot of industries have gotten hit really bad, but it's been decreasing, and that's the bottom line, right? That's the good news with unemployment. So super briefly about employment. How many people filing? You're looking at about 750,000 filing, continuously new filings, right? And then you've got about 7.3 million right now is receiving an insurance. So a little bit about unemployment. Ali, what you got for us? Sales traffic index, really nice. Go for it, buddy. Yeah, can hear Ali. Humera, can you hear him or is it just me? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna jump in because I don't hear Ali. I'm not sure if he's got a connection. I know he's in Manhattan doing a walkthrough for a beautiful pub, not a walkthrough inspection. So seller traffic, right? So this shows you obviously the lighter the colors, the less of a traffic. The darker the colors, the more of a traffic, right? So it's just an index. Again, this is throughout the whole country. As you can see, New York, light blue, very strong, right? Or they say strong. Very strong in other states like ND and Wyoming. But this just shows us a little bit about the traffic. I know Ali prepared this slide, so he was able to talk more about it. I didn't really do much of a study on it, but obviously the seller traffic, it's super high, right, across the countries. We can speak for Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk. I mean, whatever property hits the market price right, that's staged and cleaned, and it's multiple of a situation, and it doesn't seem really slowing down. Usually over the holiday last month of the year, things slows down, but we don't see any signs of slowing down. Buyers are getting in the market. They want to take advantage of these ridiculous interest rates. We just did one for a client at 2.625%. 2.6 2.25%, 30-year fixed no points, right? So it's
Yeah.
like cheap money.
Free money.
You back, Ali? Good.
Yeah, I'm back.
The slide because I know you prep for this one.
I know. So yeah, Raja, like we were saying, like you see the big cities like New York, Texas, Arizona, Washington. Like there's traffic, it's stable. It's been stable for the past few months, and we're still continuing to see the same trends throughout Thanksgiving weekend. I'm expecting the same for Christmas and New Year's. We're not gonna have a slowdown like we did last. I mean, New York, we don't have slowdowns in general, but we're not gonna have that, the big of a difference that we usually have in the spring market comparing to the winter market.
Good.
So, but looking at the few states that stand out to me: Wyoming, North Dakota. I don't know what MS is. I'm forgetting. Forgive me, but I see Connecticut, strong. The seller market is very strong there. So Roger, we know what's going on in New York and Texas. What do you think is possibly going on over there in those states?
Look, I haven't done research.
Yeah.
Can't really say. I think MS is Missouri, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's Missouri, right?
Yeah.
But the bottom line is the market is looking really good, right? We always feel a little bad for the other small businesses because there's a lot of not homeowners, a lot of small business owners really hurting, right?
Yes.
Especially restaurants and bars and entertainment industries, right? And travel industry. It's very, very hard. But real estate, it's been really carrying the economy at the moment, and we hope it's gonna stay like this. We hope it's gonna stay like this. So here you guys have it. Super sweet. Just a couple of slides, just bringing you some valuable information. Any questions? You know where to reach us, and we'll see you on Wednesdays. This week's deals. Take care, everybody. Thanks, Ali, for jumping up. Good luck with inspection, brother.
Thank you, brother. Bye bye.